Namaste children. Liquids which contain salt dissolved in them conduct electricity. The conduction of electricity through a liquid can be tested using two electrodes and a bulb. But the conduction of electricity through the liquids which are poor conductors cannot be tested with the bulb. It can be tested only by using an LED or a magnetic needle. Since the LED glows even in weaker current, same way compass needle also shows deflection when the current is very weak. For example, salts dissolved in water are responsible for conduction of electricity through water. Tap water, acidic solutions, basic solutions, etc. are good conductors of electricity. Distilled water is poor conductor of electricity because no salt is present in distilled water. How can you test electrical conductivity of liquids? Now, place two aluminum plates into the liquid tested. If the bulb lights up, a closed circuit is formed, allowing current to flow through it. The liquid is called as a good conductor of electricity or electrolyte. How can you make it? Two aluminum plates connected through a bulb to a source, that is battery. One plate is connected to the positive terminal, which is known as anode. The other one will be connected to the negative terminal of the battery, which is known as cathode. When electric current is passed through a conducting solution, some chemical reactions takes place. How can you say that chemical reaction occurs? When electric current is passed through water, water dissociates into hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is deposited over negative plate and oxygen is deposited over positive plate. Deposition of hydrogen and oxygen at different poles is visible in the form of bubbles. So bubble formation, the color of the solution changes. Maybe any precipitate will be formed or any deposition of any metal on other metal takes place. Temperature changes occur. These are all the observations we can say that chemical reaction occurred. So this chemical reaction is occurring due to the passage of current through the solution. It is known as chemical effect of electric current. What is electrolysis? Electrolysis is a process in which a substance in a liquid state gets decomposed into its constituents ions on passage of electric current. The rods or plates which are used or wires that are partially immersed in a solution during electrolysis are called as electrodes. The electrode that is connected to the positive terminal of a battery is called as the anode. The electrode that is connected to the negative terminal is called as cathode. Whenever electric current is passed through the solution decomposes and forms its constituent ions. The positive ions are known as cations, which will be moving towards the cathode, that is negative terminal, and anions carry negative charge moves towards the positive terminal, that is anode. So cations are positive and anions are negative. If the electrolyte is copper chloride solution, then the ions formed are copper and chlorine. So the experimental setup of the vessel is called as electrolytic cell, and copper chloride solution is called as electrolyte, and two carbon electrodes are dipped or immersed partially in the solution. Those are carbon electrodes. Those are known as electrodes. Among these, which is connected to the positive terminal is called as anode, which is connected to the negative terminal of the battery is called as cathode. An ammeter is connected in the circuit which reads or measures the current is passed. After a while, we can observe bubbles of gas or a gas formed at anode. This gas smells bleaching powder and is easily identifiable as chlorine. The surface of the cathode becomes reddish due to deposition of copper. By this we can say that copper ions are positive, so they move towards the cathode, whereas chlorine ions are negative, so they move towards the anode. After a while, as copper chloride splits into copper and chlorine ions, the bright blue color of copper chloride solution starts fading. By this we can say the chemical effect of electricity, that is chemical reaction occurred in the given solution, that is copper chloride. As we already discussed the applications of electrolysis, by using this process we can make an electric pen. How can we make electric pen and write using electricity? Dissolve potassium iodide in a starch solution. Soak a piece of chart paper in the solution. Attach a bare copper wire to the paper. Connect the wire to the negative terminal of a battery. Now take another wire and connect it to the positive terminal of a battery. Now other side of the wire we can use as a pen to write on the other side of the paper. Now what happened? In solution, potassium, when current is passed, potassium iodide dissociates into potassium and iodide ions. The iodide ions are anions, get attracted to the positive electrode, that is anode, and lose their charge to form iodine atoms. The iodine released produces a blue-black colored substance with starch. This appears as the writing on the paper. Now electrolysis process is also used for the extraction of metals from their ores and also for refining the metals. Electrolysis of common salt solution decomposes it into sodium, metal and chlorine gas. This process is thus used in the manufacturing of chlorine gas. It is also find a wide uses in electroplating. What is electroplating? The process in which a layer of one metal is deposited over another metal by the process of electrolysis is called electroplating. So the process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity is called electroplating. Electroplating is done to improve the appearance of metals and for protection against corrosion. For example, electroplating of copper on an object. The object is dipped in acidified copper sulfate solution and connected to the negative terminal of a battery. A copper strip is dipped in the solution and connected to the positive terminal of a battery. When electric current is passed through the solution, the copper sulfate solution dissociates into copper plus ions and sulfate minus ions. These copper ions moves towards the cathode, which is connected to the negative terminal. Copper is deposited on the strip of the. How can this process occur? In the process of electroplating, metal salt solution is taken in a container, that is an electrolytic cell. Salt of metal is chosen, that is copper sulfate, suppose we are choosing, which is to be coated over another metal. Metal which is to be coated is dipped in the solution and is connected with the negative pole. Since metals are positive ions, they will move towards the cathode. Metal for desired coating is connected with the positive pole, that is copper. When electric current is passed through the solution, metal from anode is dissolved in the salt solution and is deposited over the negative pole, that is cathode. Thus coating of desired metal is obtained on another metal. For example, electroplating of an iron statue with copper can be done by taking copper sulfate as an electrolyte. Copper sulfate dissociates to form copper plus and sulfate minus ions. Then iron statue is connected to the cathode. It is the negative terminal of the battery, and a clean copper plate will be act as the anode. As electricity is made to pass through the solution, copper will get deposited on the iron statue. Not only electroplating, to purify copper, a thin plate of pure copper and a thick rod of impure copper are used as electrodes in the acidified solution of copper sulfate. That is, pure copper is used as cathode and impure copper is used as anode. Copper from impure rod is sought to be transferred to the thin copper plate. The free copper gets drawn to the cathode and gets deposited on it, leaving the impurities at anode. Whatever the impurity left at the bottom of the electrolyte down the anode is known as anode mud. The thickness of the plating on the articles to be electroplated depends upon the strength of the current passing through the circuit, the concentration of the metal ion in the solution, the duration of the time the article has been in the solution. The depending factors on the thickness of the plating on the articles is the strength of the current passing through the circuit, the concentration of the metal ion in the solution, the duration of the time the article has been in the solution. Here are some pictures given for examples for electroplating. A metallic spoon with copper. The second picture, gold plating on the wire. The third picture, silver plating on the spoon. Now, to demonstrate electroplating to observe electroplating, the material required: iron key, a copper plate, silver bar, solution of copper sulfate, beaker, 3 9-volt cells, a wire, that is conductor. Now, connect the key, copper plate and the battery with the wire to form a circuit. The key should be connected to the negative terminal of the battery and the copper plate to the positive terminal. Dip them in the solution of copper sulfate in the beaker and observe. Once the circuit is connected, the process gets started, and after some time it is seen that the key gets a coating of copper, so it becomes reddish in color. The positive charges, that is the copper ions, move towards the cathode since cathode is negative and the key is electroplated. Same way, the experiment can be repeated with silver nitrate solution, and we can give the silver coating on the spoon, known as electroplating. For example, chromium coating is done on car parts, bath taps, wheel rims, etc. In electroplating, the object to be electroplated is made the cathode, that is negative electrode. Since metal ions are positive, they move to the cathode. That is the reason electroplated one should be connected to the negative electrode. By connecting it to the negative terminal of the metal which has to be deposited is made the anode, that is positive, by connecting to the positive terminal of a battery. The electrolyte is usually used as the salt solution of the metal to be coated. Suppose if we want to coat with copper, we need to use copper sulfate solution. Suppose if we want to coat with silver metal, we need to use silver nitrate solution. Electric current, the object gets coated with the desired metal. Applications of electroplating or uses of electroplating. Electroplating is widely used for coating metal objects with a thin layer of different metals which has some desired properties. Very often the object is made from a cheaper metal and the metal coated is expensive. This gives the object a rich look and at the same time makes it economical. For example, chromium is plated on the car and cycle parts, taps, kitchen gas burners, bicycle handlebars, wheel rims, and many other things. It gives a shiny look to the objects. Iron vessels and containers used for storing food have to be plated with tin. Tin is less reactive with food and it does not rust, so food is protected from getting spoiled. Jewelers electroplate gold and silver over inexpensive metals like iron and copper to make ornaments look precious at a lower cost. Sometimes gold is also plated over silver. Zinc is coated on iron to avoid corrosion in car parts as well as in construction of bridges. Gold plating is done on electronic parts to reduce contact resistance. For example, if you open the CPU, your computer, you may see this. Copper plating is done on utensils. Silver plated cutlery is also used. So, these are all the benefits of electroplating. So, prevents corrosion, protects the food material, and look gorgeous, economical, as well as will not be spoiled.